What's up, my fellow fitness freaks? So I got training from this week. I got quite a bit of footage, so just gonna kind of talk about it like usual. So started off the week, actually switched to an upper lower split, 6 times a week, so just 3 times lower, 3 times upper, alternating days and taking Sunday off. Probably will do that for at least this week and then the following next 3 weeks. I tend to like to set up my training for just 4 weeks and then not switch it up completely, but then just kind of tinker with things. I think that works pretty well for me. So the previous best, if you watched last week, I believe I hit 325 for 5 on my 4x6 day for squat. So nothing really changed too much as far as my frequency for squatting. It's still back squat twice a week and front squat once a week. More than anything, I just switched up the assistance work and added a day. And deadlifts, which you'll see. So, but yeah, last week was 320, and so this week this is 325. This is kind of like my big set here, going for just a 5-pound PR, 325 for 5. And looking at these, they look pretty easy. I actually went up for 335 on this next set, and looking back on it, I probably could have hit it for 5, but I only hit it for a 4, so that was my PR. So definitely this Monday I'll be trying to hit at least 335. Maybe even a 340 for 5, and we'll see how that goes. But this is probably my best squat day of the week. Maybe it was my special hat that I was wearing. You can notice I get real serious in my workouts. But yeah, I didn't have a great front. I did PR on front squat on Wednesday for a set of 5, so it's kind of hard to say I didn't have a good training session. But I didn't feel as good on either Wednesday or Friday with squats. But this could just be a combination of things, especially since Sunday's my off day. Monday's probably going to be my day with the most energy. So yeah, squats are going really well right now. My knee pain in the back of my right knee is almost 100% dissipated. It's usually completely gone when I squat, or else I wouldn't be squatting this heavy or pushing myself as much. But if it's not warmed up, it generally has some pains, like just kind of throughout the day. But if I do like some voodoo floss and stuff like that, then it gets going. But even yesterday during my upper body session, usually, because I don't warm up my lower body as seriously for my upper sessions, but I did notice that even when I was benching, I would usually kind of have to alter my feet a little bit to make sure I wasn't feeling it. But I wasn't having to do that. I couldn't feel it at all during my bench. So, and I did like some goblet squats as well, just to kind of get some more work in and see how it felt. That was a grinder rep, last set of the workout, last rep of the workout. But I did some goblet squats, and it felt pretty good. So health-wise, I'm feeling pretty good. So yeah, this was my first deadlift day. So this was 325 for a triple. I'm just trying to literally just add weight to the bar every time I do deadlift. I'm not working with percentages at all, just working on my form. So that was a 10-pound, not lifetime PR, but a recent PR for me, since I've been like kind of reevaluating my form. So last week was 315, and then this week I hit 325, and then also 335 later on in the week. So I also doing back off work, really similar to how I was doing it. So I hit that top set, that top triple, and then I backed it off to 90% of that 325, and then did 4 additional sets of 3. And then for my rest period, I try to keep it pretty minimal for these back off sets, usually about 1 to 2 minutes. So this is a good way to get a lot of volume, a lot of practice with the lifts, which is something I really need with the deadlift. And you'll actually notice here, I really think my big cue for this day was thinking about pulling my shoulders back and not having them so far in front of the bar. This is actually a repeat of that 325. I'm not sure why it's in there again. But this is the last set coming up here. And you'll notice that I'm starting to pull my shoulders back a little bit further. So I'm noticing when my shoulders are out in front, that's kind of when my hips shoot up, and it's like a cascade of bad events. So my big cue for deadlift is kind of just pulling my shoulders back and literally thinking like I'm going to fall over if I don't have the bar, if I'm not holding onto the bar, if that makes sense. So I didn't get any footage, again, from my second upper body day, but I promise you guys I am still lifting upper body. This was Friday. So again, I was squatting and deadlifting, and this was kind of a weird day. If you look at this, this was 335 for a triple. my first working set, and this felt really good. It looks really easy, so I was really confident about hitting 350. I was thinking at least triple in my mind here, but this is definitely not an excuse. But if you do notice that I normally train with headphones, my iPod died, and it was just kind of strange. There was really nobody in the weight room, and this was the 350, and even there, like, I just got kind of stuck, and I didn't have that kind of pop. That's kind of what it felt like. So, not to say that I'm dependent on training with music or something like that, but again, I just didn't feel as springy, I guess is the best way to explain it after that. But I definitely need to just learn how to adapt, right? But anyways, PR nonetheless. 350 for a double is a PR, even though it wasn't what I was shooting for. And then I was just going to back off after that because I felt so crappy. I just didn't, like I said, didn't have that pop. So I just backed off, played it smart. And I hit a 345 for a double. That didn't feel any more springy. And then this was 335 for a double. And again, that even felt pretty grindy. So kind of chalk up with one of those days that weren't perfect, but I still made progress. And then I did deadlift after that. So here, you'll see this is a drastic improvement. I can already tell as far as pulling my shoulders back. If you go back and rewind the video from my footage Wednesday, this is actually 10 pounds heavier. I feel like the form is a lot better. And on a side note, I'm finally feeling my hamstrings really getting activated both during the set and especially after the set, which is something I haven't been getting a lot with my deadlifts and why I've been kind of reevaluating my form. So, and then again, with the same kind of fashion, doing back off work, I actually went back to 85% instead of 90, 85%, and pulled sets of 6, I believe. I think I did 3 or 4 sets of 6. So again, just helping me get a lot of volume in. And another thing I've been trying to do with deadlifts, since I do pull over under grip on some of these back off sets, I will switch up. So if I go left hand under for a set, then I'll go right hand under, just so I can kind of try to counteract any imbalances that I've been having. So deadlifts are probably the story of this week for me. I PR'd twice, so a PR of 20 pounds from the last week. And again, I'll try to keep that going. And the main thing, making sure that I keep my form intact while progressing in strength. So I actually did manage to get some footage from upper body. It was probably my worst workout of the 6 this week. So yeah, my weight range was 240 to 255 on this day, and I hit the bare minimum. I hit 5 sets of 2 at 240. So again, that's my range, and that is the reason why I work with both a rep range and not a given weight, and also a weight range, because there are days like yesterday for me that I just wasn't feeling it. So I'll let these play and kind of give you guys an update on where I'm at. I did have some photos on my Facebook page, I believe, of just like some body comp shots, and I was right around 171, 172. It's probably only a month or 2 ago, so nothing much has changed since then. I am sitting around the mid 173s right now. No longer tracking macros. I'm just tracking my calories and my protein, and kind of just letting my fat and carbs lay where they are. Just during school year, that helps me out a lot. One less thing to stress about when I have, trying to get into grad school, finishing up my undergrad, if you guys aren't aware, I'm doing an internship with Texas Tech Sports Nutrition next semester. So I have a lot on my plate, and again, I don't think my results are really going to suffer any from counting calories and protein. So yeah, that's the video, guys. Thank you guys for the support as always. I really appreciate all my subscribers and Facebook likes and all that stuff. So hopefully you guys like this stuff. Any questions and comments, I'll do my best to get back to you guys. Hope you guys had a good week. Happy Labor Day to my American followers, and I'll see you next time.